Hello there, if you enjoyed our last video with the Sherman XDD, here's the Kitlist video, showing all the materials I used in the making of that tank, plus some bonus content formerly in the DVD extras. This was narrated by my old mate Damo, who voiced some of the early films at the start of Scale War Machines, and thanks too to Ed, who edited the early incarnation of this video. Anyway, here we go.
Time now for the Scale War Machines kit list. A chance to see more of the materials used in this model build. 2 kits were used in this project. Tamiya's M4A1, reference number 122, and Italeri's M4A1, reference number 225. During construction, we used our favourite glues, Tamiya Extra Thin Cement and their thicker liquid cement. Filling and sculpting used Milliput White and Black, Tamiya Grey Putty. We also used Duro and Quick Type Putty, all of which are excellent products. Here's another great product you could use to create metal textures, Mr. Surfacer from Mr. Hobby. In terms of materials, we used plastic card of various thicknesses, brass sheet, tubing and sprues. For weld seams, we used Slater's red plastic sprues. Finally, for bolts, we dipped into the spares box and used Model Caston hexagonal bolts and Grant line rivets. To replace the headlights, we used Formation's resin upgrade set. The suspension was removed and replaced with AFV Club set number 35029. In addition, we took some leftover Dragon Sherman wheels. A metal barrel came from the spares box. Finally, we used Formation's lenses and silica gel for the spotlight. Accurate Armour carbon fibre aerials, and Verlinden periscopes and covers. Our DD had no external markings, but we used Archer's surface detail set, number 88007, to show the casting marks. The primers used were Vallejo Grey, Green, and Black. Tamiya acrylics were chosen for the base coat, olive drab mixed with desert yellow. They were both diluted with Tamiya lacquer thinner. Johnson's Clear was used to seal the model. This product is no longer available in many shops in the UK. We've got a little stockpile in reserve, but a replacement product called Pledge Multi-Surface Wax has been released, but we haven't tested it yet. Life Colour Acrylics Olive Drab set was employed for picking out the details, while a range of Vallejo acrylics were chosen for painting the stowage. Washes. MIG Productions Dark Wash, Neutral Wash, and Rust washes were used to create dark areas of shadow and coloration. Oils. A combination of black, indigo, and Van Dyke brown was mixed up for the pin washes. In addition, MIG's ready-made oil mix was also used. Life Colour's Tensichrome range was chosen, including earth and sand for dust effects, oil, smoke, and fuel for the oil stains. For the dust layers, we used Humbrol enamels numbers 72 and 94. The pigments used were European dust, dark mud and dry mud used with water. While Gulf War sand and European dust were used dry on the surface of the model. Over now to the bonus scene. The tracks, which were made of Dragon DS plastic, were first primed with Citadel Chaos Black Aerosol Primer from Games Workshop. Next, the Panzer Aces Tracks Primer Acrylic was used as a base coat. The mud pigments and flicked enamel mixes were then applied. Some of this will inevitably be removed as you handle the tracks. You could have fixed it at this stage using a pigment fixer. But we decided to top up the pigments once the tracks were actually on the model. We use metal colours from the enamel Humbrol and Extra Colour range to add metal highlights. For this, we use the dry brushing technique. Just add the metal paint to the brush and remove as much surface paint as possible with a paper towel. Then, gently, brush repeatedly over the areas of relief. The paint will be deposited on the highlights. At this stage, you can also add black pigment to the inside of the tracks and to the wheels to show where the tyres would wear and deposit rubber. Then reapply more mud mix. The final touch is to rub off the pigments to reveal the metal highlights underneath. If needed, you can also gently rub graphite powder onto the tracks to show more wear. That's all for the kit list. See you again soon at Scale War Machines.
Until the next time, bye.
Subscribe for our latest videos.